That's a very interesting question and a bit complicated and often misunderstood. What I can do is tell you what I feel is important to be a mindfulness teacher. The bottom line is one's own practice. And I feel that it is really essential to have one's own mindfulness practice if one wants to teach others. What does that mean, though? Yes, of course, it's important to practice at home, to practice on one's own, but if you really want to go deeper, it involves more. It involves, first of all, having the opportunity to receive guidance about your practice. It's also very important to be able to go on retreat regularly. What do I mean by regularly? At least once a year. Many of the teachers' associations now have the requirement in Europe that people attend at least a 5-day silent retreat once a year. Some say every 2 years. I say the commitment to deepening one's own mindfulness practice is what makes a mindfulness teacher. When I talk about guidance, it's very important to have a more senior person who is qualified to lead mindfulness guidance, to support you in your practice. It's very easy to go a little bit astray. As well-meaning as we want to be, it can be very helpful and also, I say, necessary to make that commitment to practicing in a regular way. Unfortunately, it seems like it's easy to practice mindfulness. There's all these wonderful books and all these wonderful apps and one thing and another. But very quickly, you notice the difference in the depth between someone who has really made the commitment to practicing regularly with guidance and someone who is using it more as a technique. Mindfulness is not a technique. It's a way of life. And yes, there are exercises, but they're not in themselves what mindfulness is. They help us to cultivate a mindful way in our life. So one can start, and it seems simple, and it's not easy, but it can be joyful and deep and transformative if we make the commitment to take that path. So that's been my life, and to be knowledgeable about something is one thing. To really embody it and live it in one's life takes time, takes commitment, takes practice, and is actually also very much part of an ethical practice to being an MBSR teacher. How can we teach what we don't know?